You got it right.
Well, hey everybody, happy Sunday and welcome. Woohoo! I'm Veronica Valentino and today we're keeping things light, fresh, fun, and real. Before we get started, do us a favor, like and share this live and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming conversations. And if you're catching the replay, let us know. If you could just drop a replay in the comments and tell us where you're watching from, we'll absolutely love going back and seeing who joined us. So, of course, I'm here with my fabulous co-host, Renee. She's my business partner, too, Renee Rand. She's joining us from Las Vegas. And Renee, I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, good morning, everybody. So glad to be on here with you this morning. Looking forward to our talking about all of our goodies today and having Sandy on here with us. And we're just excited to share all kinds of goodies. You hear all the noise in the background. We have a Sunday gathering at my house before they leave for church. So they're just getting ready to launch off on their motorcycles for church. So it's a house full for sure this morning. So
absolutely, I hear the dogs are barking and everything.
Everybody's going. Yeah, they're all having fun.
You know, when the two of us get together, there are always going to be a few laughs. And you know what? Today we have a very special guest joining us, our own Sandy Silver, who is a nutritionist, health and weight loss coach. Sandy, welcome. We're so excited to have you here.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys invited me. This is amazing.
Thank you. Well, but before we start talking about our main product we're talking about today, Collagen Boozt, I want everyone to get to know you, Sandy. So for those who are watching who may not know you yet, share a little bit about yourself. Who is Sandy Silver? What's your story? And what brought you into the health and wellness space? Take it away, Sandy.
Sandy Silver is a very complex person, but so much has gone on with my life. I for years was a title insurance officer, and did that for 40 years. And my husband ended up passing away from suicide almost 7 years ago. And once that happened, I decided to turn. There was something in me that made me just say, I've got to take his death and turn it into something to help others.
Yeah.
And that's my goal in life now. And once I came across the products that, you guys promote, I promote as well, they're life-changing. And my goal is to help everybody one person at a time.
That's absolutely. Go ahead.
That's amazing, Sandy. We commend you taking something, turning pain into purpose, and that's what we're all about. We're about helping as many people as we possibly can. So to have you on here and have you talk about your story, it's awesome. We thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. No, it's been a long journey, but something. I'm on this side of it, and now I'm compelled just to help others and trying to get my story out there. Maybe we can get people to listen.
Absolutely. Oh, I believe it. Our people will come, you know what? And we send our love, thoughts, and prayers to you. I'm very sorry for your loss. And you know what? We move on, and it just makes us who we are today. It makes us a stronger individual as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, ladies, today we're talking about something that seems to get a lot more interesting with every birthday. Collagen.
There you go.
Renee, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We spend money, if you could let them know what we spend money on.
Yeah, we do. We spend money on, all these creams and lotions and anything that has to do with saying that's going to be something that's going to help us feel better, look younger. But lots of times we don't think about the fact that it really all starts from the inside. So
absolutely. Where does it start from?
The cell. Inside.
We always got to bring Robert in there because you know what? He presses it into your brain. Where does everything begin? It starts in the cell.
In the
Absolutely.
cells, in the
You know what?
cells. We are made up of cells. And
Absolutely.
once that resonated with me, it's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, today, Renee, Sandy, and I want to flip that conversation around. What we're doing from the inside out. Today, we're highlighting Collagen Boost and having a real conversation about women, collagen, nutrition, and healthy aging. We're going to talk about some of the ingredients that make this formula interesting, including marine collagen, peptides. Yes, there's that word, peptides, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, amino acids, ceramides, prebiotic fiber, and a postbiotic. But don't worry, this isn't going to be some stuffy science lecture. This is three women having a real conversation about getting older, taking care of ourselves, or more seasoned, looking good and having some fun while we're doing it. So, all right. So, Renee, my fabulous co host, I'm starting with you. When you first heard about Collagen Boost, what caught your attention? And when women talk about collagen, what do you think we're really looking for, with our skin, our hairs, our nails? Or are we starting to think bigger how we take care of ourselves as we age? Because you look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. We do need to take care of ourselves. We do need to make some choices. And of course, there's lots of different choices that people make. When I was younger, I looked at my mom, and my mom was a beautiful woman. And, I was trying to think, watch her and see what she was doing, see what genetics maybe had to do with it, or lifestyle choices. And, some of the things that I decided not to do, I decided not to go down the path of alcohol or cigarettes. And I think that helped a lot in my aging process, as well as a lot of other things. And then when I turned 50, I decided to get my act together when it came to health as far as nutrition. And so that's been over a 20-year process as well. So I'm going to be 72 this year. And so when you're talking about things that you're going to take a choice to make a difference in your life, you have to think about not only not just what they're marketing out there, and they're telling you, oh, take this and you'll look younger and you'll feel younger and you'll do all this, but have some scientific background behind it. And of course, we all have the opportunity to work with Robert Ferguson, and he is all about the science and about giving people, the direct skinny on everything. And it really makes a difference when you see and understand how it works with our internal system and our cells. And so, there's many, many things that, of course, help on the outside, but let's do something that'll help us on the inside, because that's what we need to support our cell system.
Absolutely. So, Sandy, now I'm coming back to you. What made you decide to try Collagen Boost?
Well, I mean, I used to work for another company that sold an amazing collagen. Robert used to be on the board for that as well. And I originally took the collagen because I had a triple torn meniscus. And when they did the surgery, they said I was too young at the time to do a full knee replacement. Yeah. So they didn't want to do that. So they cleaned it out. And basically, I was bone on bone.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
So every time I walked, I'd hear crunch, 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 crunch. And it was painful. So they wanted to do gel injections and cortisone shots. And I did one series of the gel injections, and it's like, oh, no, I'm not doing this. So Robert told me about that collagen. As long as I took that collagen twice a day, it didn't matter. My knees started feeling better within a few days.
That's awesome.
And from that point on, but my problem was if I missed a dose, the pain came right back.
Right.
Wow.
The crunch came right back. Well, fast forward, and we now have our Collagen Boost. I don't know.
Awesome.
And was it your knee that made you want to continue using it?
Yeah, so I started taking it. It's we first came out with this a couple years ago, and I told Robert I'm really skeptical because with the other product, if because our product is designed where you only take it 10 days a month.
Love that.
Right.
Love
I
it.
love that
And
too.
it was like, I was so skeptical. It's like 10 days a month, you know, I went missed one dose with the other one, and I was in pain.
Yeah.
You know, my knee hurt. So I figured, okay, I'll give it a try. And, you know, he talked about the science behind it and why it works and how it activates your cells to start producing collagen on your own and hyaluronic acid on your own, which is something we lose.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, I'll give it a try. I listened to a couple other doctors on the board, and it's like, okay. So I took it my first 10 days and was feeling great. Well, I went, you know, it's like, you know, your mental thing. It's like, come day 11, okay, I didn't take any, Kim. And it's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Well, for me, I ended up having to, I lasted about 7 days, 7 to 10 days, that first box. Excuse me. So I went the 10 days, and it's like, talk to Robert, and he says, start another box. You might need to boost it a little bit more. So the second box I started, took that for 10 days. And then after that, I was able to go the full 20 days and was fine. And ever since then, I've been fine with the 1 box a month. So I just needed the little extra boost.
Yeah, you know what? That would have been my first question.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that, you know, once a month, you only need, as you can see, I'm into day 7 of my 10 days. So just taking it those 10 days, how would it have affected you after the fact? So as you said, you just added another box. So if another woman's watching us right now and thinking, do I really need collagen? What would you tell her?
I would say absolutely. Our cells, we need collagen. We stop producing collagen you know, in our 20s, you know, collagen starts going down, and that's why where wrinkles come in, and, you know, many other things. But, you know, our proprietary blend is amazing, and everything works together, you know, between the biotin and the zinc and the copper, the vitamin C, they all work together with the collagen and hyaluronic acid.
Right.
And what I love about ours is that at a molecular weight, our Daltons are at 3,000. And most collagens are over 5,000. And if it's over 5,000, our bodies don't absorb it. So many of these collagens people are taking, and
they're overkill. Yeah, they're overkill. They do, you know, and lots of products are like that. People think because something works that if I take more, it'll work better.
Yeah.
And that's not generally the case. And you know what I liked about what you said, Sandy, is you said that, you know, when you first tried this one, that was a 10-day dose, but you were still having challenges. You know, you reached out, you asked the question. Robert suggested you take, you know, a dose around in the same month, and it worked. And now you're on just the one time a month. But you know what? Lots of people say, oh, it didn't work, and they'll just quit. And you know, one of the things I notice with our lives and everything that we do is lots of times, number one, you know, you've heard me say before, what we focus on expands. But when people get to a point where something isn't working, they'll jump off the ship and go look for something else instead of trying to figure out how to make this work. And so, you know, we have that at our fingertips with the, you know, the experts that we have, which is so amazing. And, you know, we just want to encourage people to go down a path that makes sense. Use science as a background to make sure that you understand what's going on, and then make sense. We didn't get in this situation overnight, yet we expect that everything's going to work overnight. And it does not work that way. So, you know, we need to pay attention to that as well.
Most definitely.
You know what? And everybody watching, we want to hear from you. Are you currently taking collagen? Drop a yes or no in the comments. And if you have questions about Collagen Boost, put them in the comments, because Renee, Sandy, and I want this to be a conversation. And remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can join us for conversations like this. Because, ladies, this isn't about trying to turn back the clock. It's about taking care of women we are today. All right, Renee. So, you know what? Think of collagen as a part of a support structure of our body. It's protein our bodies naturally make, and it helps give our skin its structure and strength. And as we get older, our bodies naturally produce less collagen. Can you give me your thoughts on that, Renee?
Well, exactly, because as we age, same as the rest of our hormones in our body, when we age and our body stops producing those things, if we don't know how to step up and fix that, okay, then we go into that decline of looking older, feeling older, losing, all the advantages we've had, or maybe we've I always say it's like a marathon, and you need to take it slower. You're not going to get to the finish line. So lots of times people will get so worn out because they don't keep doing what they're supposed to be doing, that they never get to the finish line. And so I think to enjoy the journey as much, as the destination, we want to make sure that we're making better choices and picking out things that are going to make a difference, that we're going to be able to move forward with, and we're going to be able to keep on doing. Another part of that is people will say, well, how can you afford to do these things? Well, if you put a pencil to it and you figured it out, you're looking at a very small expense compared to what you could be wasting money on right and left. My thing is, if you buy a Starbucks every day, you have enough money to buy whatever you need to buy, because make your darn cup of coffee at home and take care of your body instead. That makes more sense to me. But I don't know. My own coffee.
I know. You know what? I used to be a fan of Starbucks, but not that I'm advertising them, but I just don't do it anymore. I don't do it unless someone gives me a gift card. But I love to wake up in the morning and make my coffee at home, and have a sit in the sunroom, enjoy my coffee or whatever. So, Sandy, when you hear the word collagen, what's the first thing that comes to mind as far as what women may think? What's your perspective?
Well,
because I think skin right away.
You think skin right away. And for me, it's been skin, it's been hair, it's been nails. All of it has improved. And it's skin. I just turned 65 this week. So
that's right. Happy birthday. I know. I got one coming up.
Thank you.
3 weeks. I have a birthday coming up in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're all in that 10-year gap there. Yes, for sure.
But I think you know what, for the women out there today, it's like we are not your normal aging moms or grandmoms or mothers, because we were talking about this too. When you see some of the grandmothers from like when we grew up, they were the little old grandmothers who they were like 50 years old, gray hair, house dresses, the socks rolled down to their ankles with galoshes, and the galoshes would squeak.
Yeah, and it was so funny. I was at the car wash yesterday, and I had to roll my window down for the guy to give me my little towel, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I love your style. I love your leopard. I love your stuff. Your eyelashes on your car is amazing." And I thought, I said, well, I'm just never going to be one of those grannies. It's not going to ever happen. So,
You know what too is like you think, and you say what you focus on expands. If you tell your brain, "Oh my God, I'm having such a lousy day," you're going to have a lousy day.
Absolutely.
If you stay focused with your mindset and say, "You know what? I feel awesome. I'm getting better all the time." I say that all the time, and people laugh at me. I'm like, "Wow, I love your energy," But I tell myself that because I don't want to be old and decrepit. I don't want to look like that.
Words and thoughts are things. And so we have to remember how powerful the mind is. And so what you speak about, you bring about. Yes. And so, I'm always very cautious into the people that I surround myself with, because you don't even need to be hearing those things from
Yep.
other people. So, pick your friends wisely,
Yep.
hang out with the people that energize you
Yep.
and excite you and lift you up. And,
Absolutely.
run as fast as you can from all those other folks that drag you down. It's not worth it.
And I have to say, I'm going to jump in and say, something that I learned from you 30 years ago. I surround myself with happy, positive people, and I have always done that. And it's like a moth to a flame. Just keep attracting those type of people. So,
Absolutely.
ladies, let me ask you, why does collagen become such a conversation as we get older? And when should we start collagen? What do you think?
I think you should start it. I mean, there's just so many different benefits of the collagen. I mean, we don't make claims on curing disease or anything like that. But the testimonials that I've seen when people have started the collagen. I had one friend whose arthritis was so bad in her hands, she would never show her fingers. She was always like this.
Yeah, wow.
And because her top joint of her fingers were all like bent at 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And her hands were so inflamed and swollen all the time. And, she does the balance oil. And once she added the collagen in, it started helping her hands too.
That's great.
And now she goes and gets manicure. She's always got her hands like this.
Yep.
So it happened, as you said, we're made of cells.
Yeah.
And when we feed our cells the right things, it's going to help everything. We never know where in our bodies it's going to go when we take it. Like mine goes to my knee first because my knee needs it.
Yeah, interesting. Renee, you want to read that on the screen?
Yeah.
I know that first word is you.
Yeah, you don't have to wait until you look in the mirror and suddenly notice changes in your skin to start thinking about collagen. Our natural collagen production gradually decreases as we age. And so many times, so many people become interested in supporting their nutrition somewhere in their 20s and their 30s and beyond. I would say 30s and 40s when people pay more attention. Maybe today, kids are starting a little bit younger because of all the information that's sent out about nutrition today. But still, we're in that nutrition scare going on that people don't understand how bad our food is that we're eating out there. And food is medicine. So if you're using all the terrible 10 bad seed oils and you're eating processed food and you're doing the fast food thing and you're doing all these other things, you need help. You need serious help, because all those things are going to not only destroy your skin, your body, your health, and your aging process, but also your brain. All these things are all connected. And the sooner you pay attention, we did a brain workshop the other day talking about how what you do today affects your brain's 20 and 30 years from now. So let's look at the big picture. It took me a year to wean off of 18 medications and 4 insulins 25 years ago. And, I look better today than I did when I was 50.
Yeah.
So, so it's true, when you take care of yourself and you make different choices, you get different results.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely healthier today than I was, 15 years ago. And
absolutely.
It just, when you work at this, I mean, it's crazy because you can feel the cellular difference. I don't know how to explain it. But
well, you feel it because you can move better. You can, your energy levels better, things that we don't think about. Somebody asked me the other day, how come I get up at 4 and 5, on most days in the morning? Well, to start the day, and sometimes I have a 3 o'clock in afternoon crash where I have to sit down for a minute and take a 5-minute nap, whatever it takes. I don't care. But, it's not like when you get to our age and you're not maybe working as many hours as you would have I've been working since I was 10 years old. So it's not like, I really have ever stopped. Nor do I really ever plan to, except to maybe travel more and do the fun things with my friends that I want to do. But it's those things that you don't think about and you don't notice I might notice my sciatica will bother me more, on some days than others. But if I get in the swimming pool in the morning when I wake up and I move, okay, when you move, that's also part of medicine. It's part of making your body, into a better, frame of whatever your day is going to be. And then I'll do that at the end of the day before I go to bed. So there's just so many things that we can do and we can take charge of because it's, we're in charge.
Absolutely.
All right,
So,
Renee, go for it.
Yep. Think of collagen as a part of the body's framework. It helps provide structure to our skin and also naturally present throughout connective tissues. A collagen supplement provides collagen peptides and amino acids that the body can digest and use as part of a normal protein metabolism. And getting your metabolism squared away is so important. It really is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? That is so amazing because it does so much. So Sandy, would you tell a woman who says, I'm too young to worry about collagen?
I'd say you're never too young to worry about it. I mean, it's part of aging, and
Right.
if you want to keep it going, you've got to take it.
Absolutely agreed. So let's see. I know we had a couple questions come in here. Did you ever think that collagen was only for older women?
I think we perceived that for a long time. I think with nutritional knowledge, it's becoming more mainstream for us to understand that our body needs it because we start depleting our natural collagen so young now that it would make sense for us to start taking care of and paying attention to that much younger.
Well, I mean, just our environment, the air we breathe, like right now, I've got wildfires all around me. So it's very heavy of smoke outside. And all of that plays a huge, I can't think of the word, of how it is on your skin. It's the oxidative stress.
Yes.
Your environment.
So let's see. If your girlfriends ask you why you use collagen, what would you tell them in one sentence?
It repairs my cells it helps me from the inside out.
Nice. Renee, how about you?
My sentence would, because I can. Make informed, educated decisions. It's a decision that you can make that makes more sense than not. So make the choices that are going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another question here. Let's see how we can. Oh, it's like third party over here. They're sending the questions in and then I have to post them.
All right. What are women usually hoping to support when they start taking collagen, skin, hair, nails, or all of the above? What do you think, Sandy?
I'd say all of the above. I mean, and then for me, it's my joints. It's helped my joints a lot.
Absolutely. So, ladies, let's make this really simple. What is collagen? Let's talk about, think of collagen as a part of the support structure of your body. It's a protein our bodies naturally make and helps gives our skin its structure and strength. And you know what? As we get older, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, of course. So when we're talking about collagen boosts, we're not talking about some magic fountain of youth. We're talking about giving your body collagen peptides along with other nutrients that complement the formula. So here's an easy way to understand some of the key ingredients. Marine collagen peptides. Think of these as smaller broken down pieces of collagen protein that provide amino acids, the building blocks of protein. So another one that's great with hyaluronic acid. I mean, another great ingredient. Renee, got any idea with hyaluronic acid?
Well, hyaluronic acid, so many things they use that in today that's beneficial to the body. And you guys are the nutritional coaches, so I'm going to defer to you guys with more information on that stuff. I just do what I'm told and
Yeah.
follow along. Yeah.
How about you,
Well,
Sandy? Any
I-
thoughts?
I know our hyaluronic acid in the Boozt we have 120 milligrams, and most companies don't disclose what the milligrams are that they put in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I mean,
that's interesting in itself, really and truly.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I love the fact that the company does disclose a lot of it. So, with hyaluronic acid,
they disclose the Daltons too, which a lot of
Yeah.
companies don't. I mean, when you talk to other collagen experts and you ask them what's the Dalton Union product, and they look at you confused, going, "I don't even know what that is."
Yeah, right. Well, I want you to think of hyaluronic acid as the moisture. It's naturally found in our bodies, and is known for its ability to hold on to water. That is great. I'm not allowed to say water or water. Water.
Water.
My grandson always corrects me, Mom, it's not water. Like, oh my God, you used to say it, little man. And it also has vitamin C. So vitamin C is very important one, because our bodies actually need vitamin C for normal collagen formation. And ceramides. Think of these as part of the skin's protective moisture barriers. You have your cell, you have the cell membrane. So, why? Because we're made up of trillions of
cells.
So there's, and there's a prebiotic fiber and a postbiotic. These are included as part of the formula's nutrition approach involving the gut environment. And, the amino acids like glycine and arginine, think building blocks. The amino acids are what proteins are made from, and biotin and zinc, they're nutrients that help support and the maintenance of normal skin. I mean, think about your house. Collagen is part of the framework. The amino acids like building materials, and vitamin C helps your body with the construction process, and the hyaluronic acid helps with moisture. So Collagen Boost brings several of those pieces together in one little sachet. And again, I love it that, there's only 10 of them. I have 3 more days. You get 10 to a box. Do we even know a price on this?
I believe it's $62. Well, I mean, if you subscribe, it's $62 a month, I believe.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and you know what? That one of the things I love about that too is I got my first box from using some of my Freeze and Zeno cash.
Oh,
and I know we're not really talking about buying stuff today, but I do want to say that every time you purchase from the company, they on a subscription they give you the shipping and handling back in a credit.
Well,
to spend on what you want.
Not only do they do that, but after you subscribe for 7 months in a row, you go to level 2. So not only do you get your shipping and handling back, you also get 10% of your orders.
That's awesome.
So I mean, I don't know of any company that does that.
It's pretty cool because that's just extra free cash to try other things too. So. Or stock up on your favorites, whatever it takes. But it's certainly something that's exciting and gives you a chance to try new things as well. And the funny thing is, somebody the other day told me that they couldn't afford $47 a month for their balance oil. And I said, well, when you share it with 5 other people, they get started on the subscription, you get yours for free. And so she went out and got 5 customers and then signed herself up to get her product for free.
Wow.
So,
That's
I
awesome.
mean, there's a way to do everything. But, my thought about it is if you're taking a bunch of crummy supplements, maybe that don't do anything. And how do we know they don't do anything? Because, of course, they don't test, they're guessing. Right. We test, and so there's no guessing in our process. And because of that difference, they don't have to worry about wasting all that money, throwing money down the drain. I even had one of my gals that I work with, she said, well, I'm still taking all my other supplements. And I said, well, you're doing yourself no favor because it's not getting into your membrane, right now, because you have that rigid membrane. So it's not fluid yet. So even if you don't buy any of those supplements for the next 4 months until you test and see what a difference it made for your body, what a difference that could make. So I think there's a lot of different choices. And lots of times people think, oh, well, I can't afford it. Can you afford to get sick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Can you
Absolutely.
afford to pay for all the crappy treatments you're going to have if you don't take care of your body?
That's
So
it.
let's take care of our body instead.
Yeah. No, I used to
Wow.
be one of those people that I just took every supplement because this should help with this and this should help with that. And
Yeah.
my cells weren't fluid,
Yeah.
once I tested, and it's like I was throwing my money away, and I found out half of the stuff I was taking was leading to my insulin resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was my light bulb moment, was the cell membrane fluidity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm down. I'm also off of blood pressure meds after
That's
37 years.
amazing.
Asthma meds. I don't need my asthma meds anymore.
So I know have. Okay, so before today, did either of you realize that there was that much going on inside a collagen product, or did you think collagen was basically just something women took for wrinkles? Sandy, you want to share your thoughts?
I mean, I've been in the collagen world for 7 years now, but yeah, probably a little bit longer. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know before then.
Okay.
I just thought it was something, but as I said, it was turned on to me because of my knee.
Yeah. So it's done many things for you.
Just a bonus.
Yeah, it's done many things for you. How about you, Renee?
I always really believed it was a foo-foo product. I mean, I had friends that went out and did stupid stuff like Botox and, fillers and stuff like that, which I've never done. I lost 2 friends from ALS from Botox injections. So, they don't tell you in advance, but if you ever see the commercial on TV and the fine print on the bottom of the Botox commercial, it says may cause ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Wow.
And that's a horrible, horrible disease to die from. And I actually know 2 people personally that died from Botox ALS. So there's not a chance somebody's going to get near my face with a needle, not a chance. But and it's not that needles are a big deal to me. That's not my point. My point is, when you put poison in your body, you have to expect the results. And I always really kind of thought of collagen as a foo-foo-y kind of product, until you see something that has really great ingredients in it, and you really see that people are getting results and different results, and it's working for people, then your opinion can change. But we don't know what we don't know. So as we get more educated, then we learn more. So we're hoping that we're going to open some eyes and educate you a little bit to make some better choices so that you can have a healthier rest of your life.
Yeah, and you know what? We endorse this product 1000%. So if you need to get back with Renee, myself, or Sandy, reach out to them. Ask questions about the Collagen Boost. And we can save you money, because I'll tell you why. You get rid of all the other stuff or finish it up, because you're only going to need one product. Yeah. In addition to, Collagen Boost, I use it once a month, but I also use the Balance Oil.
Absolutely.
And the Balance Oil is, 60% omega-3 with 40% polyphenols, our game changer, and vitamin D and vitamin E. And how do we know that our omega-3 Balance Oil works? Because we have a test. So you always want to test, don't guess. So I have to say, when I was taking collagen and everything like that before, I was taking it years before, but I was taking it in a powder form until and it was every day, 30 days. But I much appreciate just taking 10 sachets a month, which, benefits me a lot more. So that is amazing. Okay, so Sandy, any last thoughts and any last words?
No, I just wanted to elaborate on what Renee just said with, Big Pharma was one of the things that contributed to my husband's mental decline. And had I known about our products back then, things would have been different. I know they would have been different. And also with the injection of the Botox, that's how I felt with the injection of the gel in my knee. And it's like, no, if I don't need anything from that end of stuff, then I'm game to that. So listen to your bodies.
Absolutely.
You know, use common sense, and you know, it's not, you know, we're not trying to sell here. We're just trying to share our great information.
You're trying to educate them.
Game changer. Huh?
Trying to educate people. Yes,
Absolutely. And our test that we have, it's a no-brainer. You know, tests don't lie.
Absolutely. So. Renee, any last thoughts?
I'm just excited. If you haven't done the test that we have, you do want to get the test and get that done right away. Gives you an opportunity to really see in the next 4 or 5 months what's going on with your body, what you can do to change things and make a difference. And, you know, tests don't guess, and just make every day a little bit better by making better choices. And we look forward to talking to you a lot in the future and bringing up lots of great conversations and lots of things. And we have our Power Hour podcast every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern. So Sandy, we're so happy to have you here with us today. Thank you so much for hopping on.
Thank you so much for having me. Was a pleasure. I love you guys.
We love you too. You know, and you'll be joining us again. Don't forget, Monday is our Power Hour, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, as Renee mentioned. And this week's topic is andropause, male menopause. And we're going to be joined by clinical nutritionist Robert Ferguson. All right, ladies, what a great conversation. Sandy, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experience. And Renee, as always, thank you for being right beside me and keeping the conversation fun. You're my business partner in crime.
Absolutely.
I hope today helped everyone understand collagen in a simple, everyday way. What it is, why our bodies need it, and why so many women are thinking about supporting themselves from the inside out as we age. Remember, this isn't about chasing youth or trying to turn back the clock. It's about taking care of the body and the skin you're living in today. So if you have questions about Collagen Boost, reach out to us. We would love to share more information and help you understand whether it fits into your wellness routine. And before you go, please, again, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're catching the replay, drop a replay in the comments so we know you're here. Sandy, again, thank you. Renee, thank you. And to everybody watching, keep taking care of you. Keep learning, keep laughing. And remember, beauty isn't about age. It's about how you live. We'll see you the next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.